relatively comfy sleep. I am still incredibly tired. I don't know why I am sleepy. It might be that commentary made me sleepy because I wasn't this tired. I wasn't anywhere near this tired before I started comms. But I shall soldier through because I'm just real like that. Jandy seems to be sticking with the Goldlewis at least for the duration of bracket. We'll see if that changes next week, or if maybe he's just decided, yeah, you know what? He was too quick to abandon the meaty heat. We'll see. We shall see. First couple interactions going well for WiseMysticTree. I'm able to get that looping pressure. Well, it doesn't actually loop the pressure so much as do the mix-up and then break the wall, but still able to get the mix-up that Millia is famous for. Now so I think that does take the only real option off of Millia's throw. When Millia does throw, she can send out the H-disc, but the H-disc won't meaty you. If she wants you to be meaty, she has to meaty you herself, which is what WiseMysticTree opted to do there. Today has been filled with a lot of people in this bracket calling out fake pressure, barring out of things at every opportunity. And one of the sets that makes me say that was a Jandy set. So I think it is a good decision. Just keep the pressure real. Especially in the beginning of the set, just keep the pressure real. Just keep the pressure something that can't be a bar 8 out of. The thing is that the drone will force Millia to jump, but she loves jumping so goddamn much anyway, and she's got multiple jumps, and multiple air dashes, and a rose. It's really not that much of an inhibition to her momentum. WiseMysticTree able to leverage that offense, that momentum for a fairly quick game one. We'll see how Jandy is able to adapt to what he's doing. Largely, I think, in neutral. Millia, most Stripe characters, but especially Millia, I feel like is one of those characters where if you're asking, how do I defend against this character and have OP? Yes, learning their pressure and how to respond to it is helpful, but the strategy is not simply block the OP correctly. The strategy is, how do I play in a way that stops her from getting the approaches that she wants to get? How do I play to not get knocked down and to make her bleed forward if she does knock me down? And Jandy did find earlier in this round some ways to throw hitboxes into the airspace WiseMysticTree wanted to jump into, bleed Millia of a lot of life. If Jandy were able to get a good hit there, maybe a counter hit, he might have been able to bring that row back. So that's kind of what I mean, right? Where he's sending out the drone, it covers the ground, doing his jump. I don't know if that's not dust, jump slash maybe, because it covers the air. And it's not necessarily, right, like earlier, we saw that not manage to hit Millia, but it does control a lot of the space she wants to exist in, right? So it is conducive to blocking a lot of, particularly if she wants to approach, a lot of the way that she wants to approach. Meaning that it makes it harder for her to knock you down, particularly since the drone is keeping you safe on the ground. Things like that. Winning round start can actually kind of be a huge deal. It keeps her from getting into neutral in the first place. Necessary burst there to stay alive. Early burst does make sense. It gives you more time to regen, especially since you have something to do with half burst. Not nearly as necessary of a burst, however, to stay alive. And now we see Jandy just keeping Millia blocking, continuously controlling the space above and in front of her in an attempt to stop her from getting her neutral game off the ground, literally. And this is kind of the situation I was trying to allude to earlier, where now Millia does have a knockdown. Millia bled a lot to get that knockdown, and now if you cough in her direction, she'll die. Or if you, force WiseMysticTree to take a risk on offense, to do something that's not necessarily 100% real, in order to open you up and you pop in the face, he'll die. right? So if you can force Millia to block on round start, that's good. If you can stuff her ability to forward jump, that's very good. We're seeing a lot of the jumping shove my, almost like garage, coffin at you. Yeah. So I believe what WiseMysticTree wants to do in response to that, it probably is bait and punish. I would imagine it's because if Jandy's just gonna do it, hits you, puts you in a hit stun, and he's just gonna to use that option, you know, to call up that number. Stuffing it may not be on the menu, but baiting it and punishing it, waiting for it to happen, and then getting a close slash or, you know, maybe a better anti-air on Goldlewis could also be an option. Particularly if it, you know, literally punishes, particularly if it hits Goldlewis while he's recovering. And I did not see exactly what happened, but it feels like something similar to that may have happened. WiseMysticTree observing how Jandy is stuffing his ability to get airborne and to get his crazy neutral game going, something we discussed there, something 2+, and finding a way to punish that to get his own offense going. But WiseMysticTree still very low on health. Goldlewis is still a very high damage and very high chip damage character. That is important. He doesn't have as good of mix off of knockdown as Millia. He kind of fucked up if he did. One mix will do it here. Bad move does it. I swear to God, he's saying shut up. Is Shinnok just a word? Do they have an elder god in Mortal Kombat lore whose name is just a Japanese word? They would. They would do that. NetherRealm would. Well, it wasn't NetherRealm. Midway would do that. So would NetherRealm. A jumping, yep. See, and then we get the 2K 2D. Or I don't think it didn't knock down. But you get that kind of do some low sweeps at you as you're landing. You know, fine, I'll jump. Pap, pap. Jandy is still up one game. This is a commanding. Is this a perfect? If he doesn't get hit, will this be perfect? He does get hit. And it does about 50%. Okay. Is able to 6P though. Another good option. Hair flower. Not the rose, but like the tulip or whatever, the hair flower. The 6P. Another good option against that. I'm going to jump and push my coffin in front of me. No. The no cross-up, cross-up. The no cross-up, cross-up, chat. Expecting maybe the jump through there, I imagine. Gets hit by the rose instead. And Millia just teleporting to the other side of Goldlewis. Jandy somehow blocking it, but he's lost a lot of life, and that's... Wait, no, he's still alive. He's still alive, he's FDing everything out. But the air approach, it's just too slow. If WiseMysticTree has it downloaded, if he knows you're gonna do it, you're too slow. You're too clunky. You're too, you know, you get too much mass to move. She can simply 6P you. Burst out of the Millia pressure, which I think makes sense. It's able to catch her jumping around, but not able to get any kind of true combos off of it, and WiseMysticTree just keeps doing Millia stuff. Alright, now Goldlewis is able to get a knockdown and exert some pressure here, forcing WiseMysticTree to FD to avoid eating just a monumental amount of chip. It does keep the health from going down more, but it does mean he doesn't have resources to spend, and that means that eventually he gets ground down. Potential set point for Dandy Jandy. If Dandy Jandy does win this, he will move to Grand Finals to face Hollowheart. If WiseMysticTree wins this, of course, he has the opportunity to get revenge. So we will see if Dandy Jandy is able to stuff, to stifle another vengeance-based dream. So far, this round is looking pretty good for WiseMysticTree. It's going to take a lot if Jandy wants to turn it around. He's got a sliver and a dream. He doesn't have the command of the neutral in this matchup, so sliver is not a lot to work with, and it turns out it's not enough to work with either. Set point for both players now. Whoever wins this round wins this set. Game 5, round 3. And Jandy does, oh no, he dropped second blood. I didn't see him get hit, but it was at WiseMysticTree who drew first blood in this round. Prodding, poking, not overextending until eventually he's able to get a counter on an attempted jump away, and that transitions into a hard knockdown that gets the rest of Millia's offense going. Jandy spending a stick of butter in an attempt to extend his offense, but gets hit. Good patience to wait out the burst bait. Tries to anti-air Millia, right? But anti-airing Millia Rage is a tall order. Too late on the punish too, and he needed that. He needs knockdowns here. He needs to turn this into a one-player game, because as long as there are interaction points, he could get hit. If he gets hit, that's devastatingly punishing. WiseMysticTree running up because he expects something punishable, doesn't get it, but is still able to score a hit. WiseMysticTree